Hello, I'm Tom from Gear4music and I'm joined today by Paul from Yamaha. I'm going to be taking a look at the Yamaha DGX670 and we're going to find out why this is such a great product. And if you enjoy this sort of video, don't forget to click like and subscribe. So Paul, we've got the DGX670 in front of us. What makes this such a standout product?
Hi, by the way, Tom. Really great to be here at Gear4music. What makes the DGX670 Portable Grand so special? Well, where do we start? It's a portable grand piano. We've got 88 weighted keys. We've got a graded action. We've got a full colour screen. We've got over 600 voices on board. We've got over 250 styles on board. We've got 256 note polyphony. We've got Bluetooth. We've got song selection with an onboard tuition system. We've got piano room. We've got a beautiful stand and optional pedals. What's more to want? I mean, there's just so much on board.
Fantastic. So where do we start to look with this? There's so much going on, as you say.
There really is. There's so much here. And you know what, Tom? When I talk about any of Yamaha instruments, our piano instruments, I always start at the beginning because I think it's really important that when you're selecting an instrument, we look at 4 different points. We cover those really simply. The design of the instrument, of course, what does it feel like? What does it sound like? That's a really important feature. And talking of features, what does it do? What features do we have on board? So let's start right at the beginning. As we said, it's a portable grand piano. So that means we've got 88 keys. So when your piano teacher says, you need to get something with 88 keys, this is it. We have 88 notes. It's fully graded. Well, what does that mean? It means it's heavier at the bottom, and as you progress across the keyboard, it gets gradually lighter, just like it does on a real piano. And the feel of the instrument, well, it's just buttery smooth. It's just beautiful. So we've talked about the instrument. It looks amazing. It feels amazing. But what does it sound like? The sound is obviously really important. So let's start right at the beginning with sound. It's a piano. Now, of course, pianos are very important to Yamaha. We've been making pianos since 1900. I'm going to take a look at our absolute creme de la creme, our top of the range concert grand, which is called
CFX.
CFX. And you know what, Tom? It lives in here. This is CFX. It's just a beautiful sound.
So you've got the rich depth in there, haven't you? It really carries that reverberation that happened in the actual piano itself.
When you look at an acoustic grand, of course, and the lid is open, you've got all of that reverberation and let's call it stuff that's going on in the piano.
A 9-foot cabinet is massive.
Lots of resonance, and it's all in here. So if we played the keys very softly, if we hit that key harder, so we've got the feel and the touch and the sound of a real concert grand. But you know what? Let's dive into the instrument and have a look a little bit further. We have a button that says piano room. And when we press piano room, we can see on the full color touchscreen a picture of CFX on stage. Now we can edit that if we want to. We can actually change the lid position because, of course, the piano lid changes the sound of the instrument. But of course, within piano room, we can also change the environment. We could put the piano in a cathedral. We could put it into a hall. We can change the room that the piano's in, and we can even change the piano. Let's change that CFX to, it says Suite DX. Now that's a great name for a synthesizer that Yamaha actually made back in 1983.
Back in the 80s, yeah, definitely.
And it was a DX7. This is it. Just a beautiful sound.
It's that iconic sound, isn't it? Everyone remember that.
It's vintage EP. We've got vintage sounds. Suitcase. We've got that. honky-tonk piano. We even got a honky... and all of that sort of stuff. So piano room is great because we've got different types of pianos. But as we said, DGX is much more than just a piano.
Which is why I called it a product at the start rather than a piano.
Absolutely. For those people who have maybe started out their life on a keyboard, DGX can do all of that as well. So it's like a keyboard and a piano all rolled into one.
And it's a nice sort of transition instrument as well if you were looking to go towards a piano.
Absolutely. It just means you've got the best of both worlds. But what do we mean by, when we say styles, we could say backing bands. The instrument is full of backing bands. Imagine, Tom, if you will, you have a stage. There's no one on the stage. Backstage, you have a curtain. Let's poke our head through the curtain, and backstage we have lots and lots of different bands. All of your favourite bands are all backstage. You pick one of them, you put them on the stage, and DGX will put you in the band so you can play with them. It's amazing. I'm going to select a style. It's called guitar pop. Let's have a crash course in playing with styles. I'm going to play a chord like you would on a keyboard, chord here, and a melody line here. Let's have a listen with an introduction.
So it's a true band in a box, isn't it? You've got the different sections you can control by pressing the keys. You've got the buttons there as well for changing the instrument. It just does everything you need it to.
So the style section, as we said earlier, we've got over 260 styles on board. So you've pretty much got a style for any type of music that you'd like to play. Let's try another one. I'm going to select, well, let's go to Ibiza. Let's go to Global DJ. Have a listen to this. We've got some really great synth sounds. The pitch bend at the end, which is
fantastic. So a full range of styles.
Full range of styles on board. And talking about voices, we talked about different voices, and of course we've got all of these different styles. We've got over 600 different voices on board. Let's have a very quick look at some sounds. If we were to move across to here, let's have a look at some voices. What about an organ sound? We've got some fabulous organ sounds. This is a jazz organ. So you can get that really... If we press the pedal, we get a different effect. So we get the fast rotor off.
We can really hear it there, can't
you can put that into effect. What about some synth sounds? We've got some fantastic synth sounds with different effects. With your pitch bend. Guitar sounds. Now, this particular voice I want to show you because we employ a system called super articulation. And super articulation is amazing. If you were to play the guitar, you can actually hear not just the notes being played, but also the effects that's happening when the guitarist plays. So in fairness, if you hear the left hand squeak up the frets or some bangs and twangs of the strings.
Which naturally happens when you play anyway, so it adds to that realism.
Absolutely. It's all to make the sound more realistic. So if I was to play, you can hear the squeaks.
Yeah, you can hear that really.
What about strings? We've got some fantastic strings. Just beautiful. So lots and lots of voices. Obviously, we can't take you through all of them, or this video will be very long. But I did want to just mention some other features that we have on board, Tom. We can record. We can record ourselves playing, which is, of course, when you're learning to play, fantastic, because you can record the right hand while you play the left hand, and vice versa.
And it builds up your confidence. It's a great technique as well, and also to critique your own playing as well.
Of course it does. So if we were to press, let's just go back to the piano, and I'm going to press record, and I'm just going. Let's just play a very simple scale. Okay. Let's press stop. And the one thing that this does that it really impresses me every time, if I was to press the score button, it will actually score out what I've just played. So when I press start, it's playing it and it's showing me what I've played, which is fantastic. And of course, we mentioned we've got a tuition system on board. We also have this amazing tuition system. And what this does is it will actually teach you to play, Tom. If we go to, let me just set up a song, and I'm going to go to that very well-known song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. If I wanted to play along with Twinkle, Twinkle, or indeed I wanted to learn how to play it, if I go to the score and I press the button that says guide, when I press start, the instrument will wait for me to play the correct note. So if I press start and play the right note, and we can see in the screen the ball jumping to the next note, showing me what to play, but you can also hear the teacher playing the accompaniment part. If I get the note wrong,
it stops.
It stops.
No.
And it waits until I've played the right note. So that in itself is incredible. Lots of other features on board, Tom. Lots and lots of other things to do. You can download songs to put more songs on board. So if you wanted to learn your favourite pop song, you can download a MIDI file and play that on board.
You've got straight through to the USB, which is easily accessible on the front. You're not having to lean over to the back.
Yep, all accessible from the front. So you can download a MIDI file, put it onto your USB stick and play along with the instrument as you've just seen us do there. We also have something else that I'm not going to demonstrate today because you really wouldn't want me to, but it's a singer-songwriter tool.
Certainly wouldn't want me singing either.
If you plug a microphone into the instrument, we even have reverb and effects so that you can sing as well as play the instrument. You can even record a WAV file.
Wow.
And record it down to the instrument. So as a singer-songwriter tool, it really is just perfect. You can play back, as we said, audio files, you can play back MIDI files. you know what, the world really is your oyster. It's designed for everyone. It's designed for a keyboard player right from the start, all the way through to someone who wants to play piano. It really is an instrument for everyone, whether you're a gigging musician, whether you just play at home. It's portable, it's lightweight, it's just perfect.
So this encapsulates everything that you need in a portable piano. So this is the next piano for you if you want to learn the keyboard through to actually playing with a band, and that band in a box that you need. There's so many different voices, so many different styles. It's great if you're a singer-songwriter. You've got all the compositional tools that you need in there. And even if you struggle to notate, it will notate it for you. There's so much going on in a portable package, so it's ideal for home and on stage. And if you enjoy this sort of video, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Paul for joining us. See you soon.
Bye-bye.